Okay, so here we're dealing with inequalities. How do we know that? Well, we've got the symbols for inequalities. So this is telling me that the n values are greater than or equal to -2, but less than 5. They're telling us that n is an integer, so we've got to remember that integers are whole numbers, but remember whole numbers can be positive or negative. So write down all the possible values of n. So read the expression, n has got to be greater than or equal to -2, so it can be equal to -2. And if we come at the number line, so we're going greater than, so -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we recognise this is going to be less than 5, so that's where we stop. So our answer for this question will be -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It then says solve the inequality. Well, solve means find the value of x that makes this inequality true. Now, it is an inequality, so we keep the inequality sign throughout the workings. So, as always, when we're solving equations, make x the subject. So, in other words, get it on its own. So that means we've got to take away 2. The opposite of that is add 2. So we end up with 3x's are less than 27. But we need x as the subject, so that needs to be on its own. So 3 times x, the opposite of that is divide by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. Got what we wanted, 1x. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Remember again, really important, we keep the inequality sign in our workings. So x is less than 9. We could check that this works, because if we're saying that x is less than 9 to make this work, then we could check by trying 10. 3 tens are 30, take away 2 is 28, that is not less than 25, so that failed. If we try something less than 9, so say 8, 3 8s are 24, take away 2 is 22, 22 is less than 25, so that's okay. So again, like all things, we should check that our answers make sense. The last part of this question says show the inequality on the number line below. Well, we need to remember there are two symbols to use when we're showing our number lines for inequalities. We use an open circle if we think that things are less than or greater than, so in other words not equal to the value, and we use the coloured in circle if we think the values are on the line as well, on the number itself as well, so equal to it or greater than or equal to it. This is saying that the x's, so this has been labelled x, so these are the x numbers, and it's saying it's going to be greater than -2, so we find -2. It can't be equal to it, so we put an open circle above -2. It says the numbers that work for this go up to and including 3. So x is less than or equal to 3. So we find 3 on the number line. This time we can actually have the value of 3, so we colour in the circle, and then we join these together with a line to show that anything between these two is making this inequality true, but not including that one, hence the reason it's an open circle. That's a quick review of inequality.